University of North Alabama and North Alabama Athletics. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to members of our Board of Trustees. Thank you to our distinguished and special guests. And thank you, of course, to members of the campus community and our friends with the media. We are delighted to have you all here. I am Michelle Eubanks, the Director of Media and Public Relations for the university. And as we begin today's press conference, please note that if you are a member of the media, you will be directed to your very far left, just a few steps away, in order to ask individual questions to our speakers. You'll be hearing from them in just a moment, and today you'll be hearing from our board president, Will Trapp, President Ken Kitts, and our athletic director, Dr. Josh Looney. Now, please join me in welcoming UNA's Board of Trustees President, Mr. Will Trapp, to the podium.
Thank you, Michelle. It is really an exciting day for our university, for this community, and for our efforts to continue investing in our athletic programs. And on behalf of the board, I just want to say thank you. That is really the overwhelming sentiment from our meetings this morning. I especially want to thank the Malden family and Bank Independent for their significant financial support to build Bank Independent Stadium. Their gift, along so many others, is making this project possible, and there are many others. And they have all demonstrated the confidence that they have, not just in this university, but in this community. The Shoals is a special place. This university is one of the reasons. 8 years ago, when Ken Kitts was hired as president, we had just begun making investments into what we believed and what we hoped would be growing areas of the university: nursing, business, an honors college, online courses, international learning. Our new student dorms were just filling up, and the invitation to be an ASUN Division I member was still just a whisper. What has happened on this campus over the last 8 years in terms of enrollment growth, expansion of our academic profile and programs, and increased awareness of the North Alabama brand is a testament to President Kitts and his leadership team. And with that introduction, I am glad to welcome him to the podium. Join me in welcoming Ken Kitts.
Good morning, everyone. This is an exciting and a historic day for the University of North Alabama. You know, the question of an on-campus stadium at UNA is not a new one. In fact, it's been under active discussion for 50 years, or about as long as we've been known as the University of North Alabama. And during my 8 years as president, I've spoken often of the need to think creatively about a permanent solution to this stadium question, one that will serve our students well and that can also host both campus and community events. Speaking of our students, I'd be remiss if I failed to point out that the path that brings us here today actually dates to late 2018, when our Student Government Association completed a survey that indicated broad and deep support for the development of an on-campus stadium at UNA. SGA endorsed that survey up to me by resolution, and I subsequently convened a task force to conduct a feasibility study and seek additional input. And as that effort was drawing to a close, the pandemic hit, and we had to put those discussions on hold. But we never forgot about our commitment to listen to our students, and so when the time was right, we quietly began to re-engage on this topic. And what we found then was that the interest in bringing this project to life was shared in a very real way by key alumni and friends. And so our imagination began to grow, and we all began to see the project as something big for Lion Athletics, yes, but beyond that, something transformative for the university as a whole, and also critically important for the Shoals as a region. And those alumni, friends, community partners, well, they didn't just offer encouragement, they pledged support, gifts, and they engaged in so many different ways. The overall level of support has been absolutely unprecedented, and it has exceeded all of our expectations. And I can state plainly that it is philanthropy that brings us here today. As president, I want to extend heartfelt thanks on behalf of the UNA family to all those who have stepped up to help us, and to many others who will now join the effort as we move into this public phase. Dina and I feel the hearts behind your gifts, and we are very, very grateful. In closing, I want to take a moment for a personal reflection. Dina and I feel humbled that this stadium is coming into focus during our time at UNA. There were those who said it couldn't be done. The same voices said we couldn't make it to Division I or find a way to grow this beautiful university to 10,000 students. We chose to listen to other voices. People who love this university, who understand what it means to the Shoals. They encouraged us to dream big. And are we ever glad we did? And it is because of that collective dream that we stand here in the wake of today's action by the Board of Trustees to announce that Bank Independent Stadium is coming to the University of North Alabama. Yes, we're going to be deliberative about next steps, and many decisions remain regarding the stadium size and design, but make no mistake, it is going to happen, and it's going to be great. And that, my friends, is something to roar about. So thank you, and now please join me as we welcome to the podium our athletic director, Dr. Josh Looney.
Really exciting day. Really exciting day. One that this community has been waiting for a long time. Everywhere I've gone since arriving on campus 2 years ago, is the question, hey, when are you going to build a stadium? Well, it feels great to say today publicly that time is now. That time is now for the University of North Alabama. Our trustees have approved us to move into the design stage of this project and approved our naming partner, Bank Independent. Over the past 18 months or so, we have actively and strategically communicated an athletic vision and a community experience to reimagine this site right here that would include an on-campus stadium. This vision would not only move our football program forward and not only elevate women's soccer and Lion baseball and UNA athletics as a whole, but it's one that would continue to raise the entire profile of this institution at our incredible university, and also one that would be an economic driver for the entire Shoals community and all of Northwest Alabama. In many ways, these same conversations have happened for the last 50 years. But the time is now. Businesses and community leaders, university donors and program supporters, elected officials, trustees, numerous others told us unequivocally it's time to take that idea and make it a reality here at the university. And these visionary leaders have backed that belief through philanthropic action to lead us to today. The culmination of these conversations and giving has created the reality that Bank Independent Stadium will be built right here where we are standing. So thank you to Bank Independent. Thank you to our Board of Trustees. Thank you to the numerous individuals and organizations who have committed to major gifts attached with this project. You have made an enormous impact at the state's fastest growing university and the state's newest Division I athletic program. I say a lot to people in the community. Alignment is truly amazing, and we have that in the leader in President Kitts, who knows the value of what athletics can bring to an institution. But that alignment extends between our university, our community, our athletic department, our foundation, led by VP Kevin Haslam, and the Board of Trustees. It's nothing short of incredible. Thank you for everyone involved with that great alignment we have. But we're not done today. In fact, we're just getting started. Now that we're moving into the public phase and design phase of Bank Independent Stadium, we invite you to join our team. Engage in us in building the most innovative, state-of-the-art, multi-purpose, on-campus stadium among any of our peer institutions. While we will refine the design and project scope over these next 12 months, we have our sight set on 26-27 as the potential opening date. And our vision is to maximize the impact of this project. Football, soccer, baseball will no doubt be positively impacted by the redevelopment of this site. And it's anticipated that each of these sports will be part of a reimagined site, and that Bank Independent Stadium will be designed for year-round utilization for both UNA and the Shoals community. However, our goal is also that Bank Independent Stadium will have state-of-the-art programming that every single one of our 300-plus student athletes will utilize during their time as a Lion. This is a transformational project, and it's one that our fans, alumni, donors, and community members will all be proud of. We invite everyone to visit una.edu/BI Stadium to learn more about this project and ways you can get involved and come on board with us. We're ready to take the momentum behind Bank Independent Stadium to the next level. Today is definitely a day that anyone associated with the University of North Alabama can say with pride, Roar Lions. Thank you. I'll bring up Michelle Eubanks to give next steps.
I think Dr. Looney could not have said it better. So if you will join me and I count down 1, 2, 3, let's give it all a Roar Lion, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Roar Lions! So again, let me thank you all for being here today at the press conference announcing this incredible initiative, this multi-purpose, on-campus Bank Independent Stadium. We are so very proud of that partnership. And we look forward to sharing more details at the website that Dr. Looney mentioned. And for you all as our members of the media, that will be a great resource as you begin telling this story to your readers and audiences everywhere, sharing the message of the University of North Alabama and North Alabama athletics. Now, if you will, please make your way to the backdrop to the far left as our members of the media, where I and today's speakers will meet you very shortly for comments. And again, thank you. Roar Lions.